lost the elbow. You're starting to let this elbow get behind you like this. Okay. Got to keep that elbow here. Okay. You had it at the beginning, but you had a tendency to want this arm to go back like that. And you gotta get into this position.
Gotcha.
Let's do it slowly. See if we can get it in the position just slowly. Take it slowly back. So you want to be here. If you want this club to move an inch, you've got to turn this an inch. We don't do this independently of our body. We don't do this and let this elbow slide back here. This elbow cannot go past my hand.
Okay.
Keep the elbow in front of your chest. There you go. Turn your chest more if you want to have more club turn. What we're going to do is we're going to isolate these wrists. We're just going to chop. See, I'm just kind of chopping the grass. Look how fully loaded I've got a right ankle right there. I'm really loaded there. I'm doing it with my hands. I'm not doing it with my arm. I'm not taking the club back with my arm. I'm moving this club head right there. Look at my elbow. Not going anywhere. You're just going to come in here and just chop. Just going to chop, keeping this elbow in front. You can almost do this with one hand. Now we got to have you get the club head behind the hands and not in here. As soon as you start back, this one starts to go like that. I've got to break that. This is the thing I've got to break. It's got to be this. Yeah, just chops it off. Nicely in the end, teaching the hand the wrist. That is actually that feeling. That curve, that's the last piece of this. Speed drills, I want you to start out with a swing that's about 40 points. We'll add 10% each swing. You're just going to do a lazy swing just like that. Won't go as far as the others, but you're just trying to get nice, relax, 40% swings. Just keep doing that lazy swing. Pick up speed in a minute. Nice. Starting smooth. It's working with him too. I told him to swing at 40%. He hit his best shot. You have to remember, I don't know what 40%, my words were 40%, but it created some sort of a change in your speed. You have to capture this. So you need never, this is a golf speed. This is the playing speed. It's not. Very nice. Very nice, Salim.
You should have said that from the beginning.
Well, I'm slow. Get your driver. During the last session, we worked on 2 or 3 different things. I think the one real positive thing that came out of it was the 40% thought of just trying to swing really relaxed and easy, and almost force yourself to swing slower than you think is correct, almost as if it was a drill, and that you actually hit the ball better and further when you swung thinking of 40% effort versus normal effort. So what you consider to be normal effort is actually too fast for golf, and so you need to rebuild an idea in your head and a feeling in your body that you want to swing with soft, supple forearms and your muscles in your arms are going to be more relaxed because you're thinking about 40% speed. So that part I want you to continue to do. Now, in terms of certain key positions to be in, we still need to work on some things. One of the things that we worked on early in the session was how this right arm folds in the backswing and how that right elbow gets positioned. I'm going to take you through your swing and compare it to the swing that I had on video and kind of point out some of the differences that we're looking for. And we'll work more on these positions next time. But the setup looks very similar. Your stance is probably a little too wide. I would like you to narrow your stance a little bit. I like your arms. You start out just like I do. I have nice extension in my arms, and so do you. Elbows are very close together. So this distance right here they're very close together. They're right in front of your chest. And that's an important thing to keep in mind, particularly when you arrive back at the golf ball. You want to feel like you're going to hit the ball with both arms straight. And you'll see that you don't always do that. As you approach the golf ball, those elbows start to separate. And that's one of the things that we need to really focus on in our next session, is try to get the feeling of how to hit the ball with extended arms. Now, as I start my backswing, I'm going to take it back until the club is parallel to the ground. You can see that my right elbow is still pretty tight to my side, and my right elbow hasn't really separated. My armpit is closed down. So your club is parallel to the ground right here, but I see a lot more daylight between your right elbow and your side. You're already starting to separate and lift that right arm off of your chest, whereas I am keeping it in. I am folding my arm. So I am starting to fold that elbow so that the elbow can stay down. And you aren't folding this quick enough, and it's almost too straight here. So you want to fold that elbow so that the elbow can stay down. I'm now going to continue the backswing to the 3 position, which is when the left arm is parallel to the ground, right there. Take you to the 3 position, right here. First, we'll look at the left arm. You have done an excellent job of keeping this straight and having a right angle here. But the difference is the right arm. This here, you can see the tip of my right elbow. Your right elbow is somewhere behind your back right now. We can't see it. I can't see your right elbow right there. It should be, your right elbow has moved away from your left elbow. I've kept my elbows close to each other. I had my elbows close to each other at the beginning, and they're still very close to each other. My right arm is going down right here. Here's my right hand, and here is my right elbow. So there's that angle. Here's your right hand, and your elbow is somewhere back behind you. You have your right elbow up high above the right hand, where I have my right hand above my right elbow. So that's one of the things I want to continue to work on, is to keep that elbow down in your backswing. I'm now going to take it up to the top of the backswing, to the end of it. Now, on this particular swing that I was doing, I wasn't doing necessarily full swings. So that is as far back as I took it. And you can easily see my right elbow now. There it is. So my right elbow is right there. It's not behind my back. So my right arm here's the shoulder to the elbow and the elbow to the hand. There's my right arm, and my elbows are very, very close to each other. Let me take you to the top of your backswing. That's as far back as you took it. But you can see how your right arm is going this way. So your shoulder is back. Your elbow is back here behind you somewhere. It's not here underneath the left arm like you see mine. here's my right elbow, and here's my left arm. Here's your left arm. Here's your left arm, and your elbow is here. My elbow's here, and my left arm is here. So that I'm trying to get you to readjust that right arm so that the elbow is pointing down to the ground. So I want you to feel like this is pointing down this way. And that's a critical position that I've got to get you in. I'm going to continue working on that next time. Now I'm going to continue the downswing. I'll do me first. As you see me move here, I'm almost driving my elbow down. So at this point, when my left arm is in this position, you're seeing my right arm at a right angle here. My elbow is into my side here. And as I take you, you're starting to throw the club out this way, and your elbow is starting to separate from your side. You can see how far away your right arm is and how much space there is between your arm and your side here. As I come down, if you look at my right arm and right elbow, it's trapped against my side. You've got to get that elbow into the body. But the key here is in this first move right there, is pulling that butt into the handle, as if you're almost as if you're trying to hit a wall right there with the butt end. You're thinking about pulling this handle right into that wall right there. And the key is controlling all of this is with the right elbow. We've got to get this right arm in here. And one of the reasons that it's not able to do that is the position the right arm got into in the backswing. When your right arm gets behind you in the backswing, it has no choice but to come on out around your right side. And so it's not going to be able to get into the position you see me in until you can get into this position at the top of your swing. We've got to have the elbow in this position at this point in order to have it in that position on the downswing. As I take it to impact, again, I have my arms extended, my elbows close to each other, just like I started. And when you come back to the golf ball, you can see how your elbows have now separated. You remember how they were just like mine at the beginning, but when you get back to the ball, you're bowing your elbows out, and so you're not hitting with that extended arm position that you started with. And so we've got to start with straight arms and elbows close to each other through the backswing. The left arm stays extended. The right arm folds the elbow, but the elbow stays close to the left elbow. Then on the downswing, the right arm extends down into the golf ball so that when you arrive at the ball, not only is the left arm extended, so is the right arm. The left arm from the backswing to impact is always straight. The left arm starts straight, stays straight in the backswings, stays straight in the downswing. So that when the left arm arrives at impact, the left arm is extended and never changed. The right arm starts extended at the setup, but on the backswing, the right elbow will fold, but the position of the elbow stays close to the same position it started, but it just folds as you turn your shoulders. And then only the right arm has to re-straighten itself back into the ball at impact. So when the right arm completes its extension in the downswing, it will look just like it did at the beginning. That's part of what we've got to work on so that we can get into the positions you see me in on the left here. As I continue through, my elbows stay straight. When my right arm is extended here, my left arm is still extended. My wrists are crossed, my elbows are still very, very close to each other, and you can see my white glove underneath my right wrist. And as you come through, your right arm has bent, your elbows are separating, you've got your right arm is still bent here, your left arm is bent here, your white glove is above your right wrist, not below it like I have. So we've got to continue to work on how to move your club through impact and beyond, and get the extension. I need to get you to look more like the picture on the left, where you're extending both arms straight, but the image that I want you to capture is this: elbows are close to each other. Now I'm going to take it up to the finish. So when I'm finished, I'm just comfortably standing on my left side. My left leg is very straight. Take you up to your finish. And you can see a difference in how our extension looks. If I drew a straight line from the center of my ankle straight up at 90 degrees, it's going right through my hips. If I drew one straight up from you, you can see how your hips are behind that blue line. We need to get standing up straight on that left side. You can see how my right shoulder is right here. My right elbow is level with it. And you've got your shoulder and your elbow way up above your head. I was trying to work a little bit on that so that you can comfortably just be looking over your right arm without your right arm going up so high and kicking your chin up in the air. So you need to almost study the pose that I'm in. Stand in the living room and see if you can't just stand there and look and pose yourself. Even if a non-golfer could look at this picture and just make their body mold themselves to that finish. You need to become familiar with how it feels to stand and look in the position that you see me in, where you put all of your weight on this left leg and get this right knee right up there, but stands tall in your left leg. So see if you can't just stand in the living room and look at this picture and try to just pose straight with your back straight, where everything is standing tall, and get that right arm and right elbow and right shoulder down. Don't throw it up so high. Well, we'll continue to work on that and shape these positions little by little, making golf is the hardest sport there is. Be patient. You're doing fine. It's just a very difficult sport.